Okay, so I'm going to talk about Chapter 7. It's called Present and the Future in the Light of History. I thought the chapter was the best so far because it was most relevant to my topic and I actually learned a few things. Um, the author discusses the present day and the future predictions um, about what could possibly occur. um, the author argues obesity is due to inactive lifestyles, sugar, and fast food. The author also covered about the inequalities of birth and life expectancy and patterns of health behaviors. Public health will continue to vary depending on the context and circumstances of the present and future. The author predicts that the term public health will remain in use due to the public recognizing the term without fully understanding it. As for new topic issues, public health agenda is focusing on transport, and we currently have focus combinations of both individual behavior and environmental populations. The author addresses that there are changes in both North and South environment. Another key issue addressed in public health today is to reduce the emissions of carbon dioxide and meet water efficiently. The author devotes a lot of attention to NCDSs. NCDSs is an umbrella term that can be defined under 4 conditions such as cardiovascular disease, cancer, diabetes, and chronic respiratory disease. Among these 4 conditions are also related to 4 behavioral risk factors, which include diet, physical activity, smoking, alcohol. The author mentions that 60% of deaths worldwide were due to NCDs. The point is very beneficial to my topic because I am doing my research based off nutritionists, and their role is to modify behavior for what is central to the concern of obesity. And the author states how obesity and alcohol is the central focus of public health today, which is what my topic is about. The author covers the topic about spread of Ebola and how the government reacted quickly with emergency response by opening special flu centers and by purchasing a large amount of vaccines. The author surprisingly expressed how the WHO, was criticized for not reacting soon enough. The author covers the topic about concerns about biosecurity and the reemergence of diseases, and how the public health will still aim to prepare for epidemic disasters. The author proposes that due to the mapping of the human genome and the ability to identify the relationships between genes and diseases, it can create the possibility of developing screening programs to identify risks for cancer or heart disease. Interestingly, the author mentions how the increasing cost and specialized knowledge is a threat to fairness and access. Another component of genetics is given considerable attention to the chapter about ethical dilemmas in the public health practice by debating on what is considered morally and ethically right. The author covers how public health will continue to primarily focus on young populations. However, the author covers how public health will have to face the challenge of aging populations. There are issues about funding the baby boom generation. I recall from knowledge that we're going to be short on Social Security funds, so I'm not sure what's going to happen for our future. It expressed the issue, but it didn't express the consequences. The author didn't express what the consequences of not being able to fund the baby boom generation. So that's a primary concern for me, and for public health and for everybody, is what are the consequences of not being able to fund these people. There's going to be a result in deaths. There's probably going to be a result in more poverty. Who knows what's going to happen, but it's going to be different. So among all these issues public health has to face, public health will continue to be, as the author argues, the art of the impossible. The art of the possible. So public health is an art. It's constantly changing and it's constantly alternating itself to the facts, the present, and the future. Okay.